Right, good evening and welcome to Pitch Night for Startup St. Paul Entrepreneur Challenge. I'm pleased to see everyone here. We're going to get right into the pitches here at the beginning. I'm going to ask the contestants to draw for the order that they will participate. So I have put 1, 2, and 3 in here. And since you're single, I'll let you send that there.
What's it gonna be? Which one we got?
Okay. And you are
Number 1.
and number 2. All right. We have some visitors with us this evening. Thank you very much for joining us. I will introduce our judges. We have from the City of Norton, the town manager, Mr. Fred Franklin. And we also have with us from Virginia Tourism Corporation, Becky Knight. And I certainly appreciate you all joining us. I also want to thank the town of St. Paul and the IDA for their contributions toward the prize money. Also to Frank Kilgore for his donations toward prizes. Food City for their donations of food. And St. Paul Main Street, of course, toward prize money and facilitating the program. So, if anybody has any questions before we get started, Ms. Robin Lee will be our timer. You have 8 minutes. She has it on the screen so that you can see the time as it is moving. The buzzer will go off. Then we'll allow questions after that if the judges have questions, and we'll set the timer for 5 minutes for questions. All right?
We don't have to go 8 minutes, do we?
No, you do not have to go 8 minutes, but if you go over 8 minutes, it might be a penalty. So,
I think we'll shoot for 7:59.
okay, that's fine. So when the buzzer finishes, you have to stop.
Okay.
Okay, when the buzzer goes off, all right?
Can do.
All right. So you're first, and I will help you get your...
There you go, Miss Kathy.
When you're ready, say ready, and Robin will start your time.
Ready, set, go.
We're ready. Hi, everybody. It's nice to meet you all. I'm Isaac Gibson. This is my dad.
I'm Gary Gibson.
We are Clinch River Creations Artisan Center. We are essentially furniture makers, but in a very unconventional way. A lot of the things that we do are, they revolve around maintaining natural shapes in wood and things of that nature. So we're sort of unconventional furniture makers, but we like to think that it borders somewhere between artisanry and art. That's always been our primary drive when we're making things, is to maintain some natural curvature, some things like that. Here are some examples of some products that we've built in the past. Here's a bed set. Here are some other. A lot of what we do is reclaim material. There's almost zero cost as far as our material goes. It's all things that have been recycled and repurposed. That's another aspect of our business that we think is very important, is that we make use of everything. It's very oriented toward recycling. There's a table that we actually made for Mr. Frank Kilgore. here in town out of some reclaimed blocks of curly maple. We also do some things that aren't wood. We also reclaim old car parts, things like that. Here's a bench that's a tailgate and a hubcap off of a '49 Dodge pickup that we found. So it's there's a bevy of things, a big variety of things that we do. But that's kind of the first part of our business. That's what we've been doing for years. We have a shop now finally in town. It's 2,500 square feet. We're getting it for a great price. But what we want to do, kind of the reason that we started into this little excursion with Startup St. Paul, is that we want to turn this into we want to have some method of allowing for more draw for the town and for us too. So that's where we've went from Clinch River Creations to Clinch River Creations Artisan Center. Our plan is basically, we're going to, if we win this money, it's basically going to go toward renovation of our storefront and some of the display area and things like that. Like I said, and some tools and things like that. But the way that we want to approach things from the Artisan Center standpoint is our plan is basically to, once a month or on days when there's more foot traffic in town, Clinch River days, things like that, we want to open up our shop doors, and we want to have other artisans, other craftspeople, whatever it might be. It might be a potter, it might be a painter, it might be a carver, it might be a musician, it might be any number of things, luthiers. There's just an enormous wealth of artistic talent, especially here in this part of Virginia, that we want to capitalize on and be able to share with people for free. So that's another thing that this money could potentially go toward, is outfitting our shop with an area where people can come in, safely see people displaying their crafts, whatever it might be. Not just displaying their crafts, but see them actually, boots on the ground in the field doing their thing. That's what it's all going to kind of boil down to. We plan on putting up probably plexiglass booths in the back. Probably going to cut the store in half, so we'll have 1,250 square feet of retail space, 1,250 square feet of demonstration space / workshop. We plan on inviting other craftspeople in, mostly at our discretion, but we've been in this for a long time. We know a lot of people that are extremely talented, that I think it would be a great thing for our business to allow them to put their crafts on display, to be able to actually perform whatever it is that they're doing for people, and also to sell their wares in our shop. We're not exclusively wanting to carry things that we've made in our retail space. We want to share that and have people be able to sell their wares as well. That will probably be, if we take that route, it will probably be like what Heartwood does. Things will be purchased on commission, but ultimately the end goal is to use this money to break up our shop, cut it in half, and provide a place where people can come in. We don't want it to feel like a woodworking shop. We don't want it to feel like we're cabinet makers or something like that. We want it to be an art gallery, essentially. I think that also increases the appeal, to the new visitor here in town. We want to be able to, when you're coming down 58, there's a sign, Clinch River Creations Artisan Center, 26 miles, or whatever it is. As far as space goes, we're somewhat limited right now, but there's the building that's next to us is actually for sale, so that might be something an avenue that we wind up pursuing. That would basically effectively double our space, and I think that would be a big plus for us. Maybe we could get a jump on that with some of this money as well.
We believe that what we're doing, along with the new hotel and the looking forward to the tourists and so forth that's going to be coming into town, that we can have a place where that people that are coming and traveling through, staying at the hotel or whatever, can really see a part of this community.
Sure.
As far as the artisan aspect goes, of the talent that is in this community that's hidden here in the mountains, and that we can combine with the hotel, with the outfitters and that sort of thing, with the trails, from a tourist aspect. And we can be kind of like a little mini Gatlinburg or something. There's a wealth of talent, as far as people working with their hands in this community. And, we want to be able to showcase that. We think we've got a good thing.
I think it's good.
In a word, if you could really, and we're pitching our business, that's what we're up here for. But probably in one word, uniqueness, we offer a unique product, something and eclectic.
And everything is entirely unique. Of course, we're not purchasing
one
materials.
kind. All of our, everything that we sell has to be made one piece at a time. Our inventory has to be dreamed up and then built. And so that's a unique part of things. And we look forward to continuing and going right on with what we're doing.
Absolutely. I think
Any questions?
any questions? Any questions? Are we still within the time limit? No penalties?
Yes.
We're good.
We're good.
That's so good.
Again, we're continuing another time.
Okay, we'll open the questions now. So,
Oh, sorry.
First of all, congratulations. I definitely think you did the uniqueness on the mark. Your stuff is very unique. I have a few just quick questions, and I'm sure Becky does as well. How long have you currently been doing this, and are you doing it full time?
I have been doing it for, I've been doing it for 50 years almost, but not in the aspect that we're doing it now at a storefront in a brick and mortar thing. I've been a carpenter all my life, and I've done this type of thing all my life, but it's been out of the basement, off the back porch and that sort of thing. And when I got up and got interested in it, we said, here's what we'll do. We'll just open this up a little business and we'll start selling this kind of stuff. And I've sold it throughout the years, but not in a brick and mortar storefront.
Right. And right now, yeah, this is what we're doing full time.
And with the coming of the tourists that I am positive that's going to start coming into St. Paul, with the hotel going in, with the brewery going in, with the trail and everything going full steam this summer and next couple of years down the road, we think that we're right on time as far as time goes. That we're hitting right at a good time. For people to come through and look at what we've got to offer and the talent of the other people in the community also.
Sure. We want to serve people a little slice of Appalachia, you know what I mean? When they walk through the door, that definitely needs to be what's emphasized is that that everything that's in here is handcrafted locally. That's what we're all about.
I guess one of the questions I'd like to ask is, who's your closest competition?
That's actually there really is none.
Okay.
Our closest competition, honestly, is Walmart and IKEA and places that make put together furniture.
Okay.
We know our market. We know that we can't make things for those prices, but we also do know that our products always have an inherent advantage of quality over those things. Over aesthetically too, there's always a more pleasing feel when you look at a custom piece. You can tell it's not something that somebody popped together out of the box.
I don't think anybody has ever done anything like this.
No, I've seen it on TV, that's why I was asking. I love the idea. I think it's a great idea, and I love the idea that you're using recycled products and materials.
Anytime you mention recycle, green, natural,
Yes.
reclaimed, that's kind of a catchword nowadays. And everything we do really falls in the category of those 4 or 5 things.
You mentioned Heartwood in the presentation. Are you currently members of Round the Mountain?
I was up until last year, I think.
And we actually
I
sold
kind
a
of
lot
dropped
of
my
stuff
membership,
out
but
there.
I sold a lot of stuff over there.
Yeah, I had made a note about you saying networking with the other artists and networks, and that was one of the things I was going to mention. The other question is, I have, and you may have another one real quick too, we gotta hurry too, we're on time, is, as far as, and, you can just quick answer, but as far as your marketing plan, how do you plan to reach your customers?
A lot of what we've always done has been very traditional. It's been word of mouth. It's
Legwork.
it's a lot of legwork, and it's someone walks in, they say, "Oh, that's beautiful. Who did this?" And that's what it's always been. Right now, since we've never pursued this venture as from a super business-minded standpoint, marketing is something that we still need to learn more about and do more research about. I know what I have in mind, I just don't know the avenues to reach that and put put two and two together to make four. That's why I think it's fantastic though that some of the services that Carl has mentioned, and there's so many things that we've learned about sort of in this class just in these few weeks that we've been here.
That we can get out and market things.
Yeah.
Okay.
But most of it is local, I mean, within Southwest Virginia, Upper East Tennessee area, regional.
Eastern Kentucky and things like that. But it can be so much bigger if we're able to market ourselves correctly. It can be exponentially bigger.
Okay.
We're going to be manufacturing a lot more shippable things, smaller wares to keep in the storefront, cutting boards, things like that. Most of what we've done so far has been pretty substantial, large pieces, bed sets, and things like that.
Where's your existing storefront?
It's right on Broad Street, right here downtown, right across from, not
CRP.
right across from the brewery. Yeah, right across from CRP.
Yeah, right here in town.
Yeah.
And another thing I like about it is we're right, as people walk from the hotel to the brewery, they have to walk right by our door.
And I think we share a similar clientele as well.
They're just getting their stride. I checked it before,
Put up there.
on the side, the right-hand side, check it. And then tell me you're ready to go.
Good to go. I'm Nathan Scott Shockley. Have started Scott Shockley Awesome Bath Products. It is going to be online sales mostly. We will do in-place, in-person sales. Short of it is, everyone wants to smell and look great. We're going to handcraft those products to make them achieve that goal. We're also going to promote the local area with our product names and ingredients, create a small manufacturing industry, and generate interest in our awesome community. Once we launch, we're going to have 7 product lines with 6 scents. We're going to use organic ingredients to begin with and see therapeutic grade essential oils. Once that launches, we are going to go into, and I keep saying we, I'm a sole provider, but I envision us growing one day, so I'm saying we. We're going to come up with a second product line using the same organic ingredients, but we are going to switch to artificial fragrances. That will lower our cost per product. It'll stay semi-organic. The plan. We plan to begin online sales at ssassoaps.com, and on June 2nd, we're also going to launch at Clinch River Days, will be our first in-person sales, just to get the word out in the local area. We'll market through products locally and online through word of mouth, local events, social media platforms. plan to ramp up production capabilities within the first 6 months to begin promoting for regional and local distribution. We're going to utilize the local boom in tourism to attempt to get our products into the local hotels for the rooms. That will allow us to promote to outsiders and also keep our prices, maintain a profit because the hotels would actually still be buying it. That was enough of that one, sorry. We are in talks with a local manufacturer and distributor to begin distribution in a couple months to some businesses in the northeast area. He actually already sells one of the products we sell, but we have a lot of complementary products that he doesn't currently make. And then we are also going to encourage fundraising sales that allow us to give back to nonprofits, and it will also allow us to maintain a small profit and promote our business. We're going to do bath bombs, lye soap, body lotion, shampoo, conditioner, foaming sugar scrub, which is the other distributor, that's what he does, and beard care products. Our average cost is $305 per product. Average pricing is somewhere in the $10.33 range, that's with everything. Gross profit margin is $7.28 or 70%. Projected gross profit is $32,942. That's with 4,500 products being sold within the first year. Net profit is $13,952.90. Those are just projections, of course. Competitor price range anywhere from $7.50 to $30 a product. Same sizes, similar product. Our prices will range from $7 to $12. We want to hit the middle income bracket.
I'm gonna go back just a little bit. In the beginning, when you were talking about the 7 products and the 6 cents, and you were talking about your business online, you're launching in June.
Yes.
Do you currently have a place, a retail store?
No,
Is that-
currently
okay.
we're home-based. That's
Home-based,
why
okay.
we're kind of in this whole competition. The prize money would actually be able to help us go to a storefront
Okay,
type setup, but we would also, it would be a small storefront, mostly manufacturing space,
okay,
because we would still promote the online sales mostly.
okay.
So do you have a place already in mind? You know what your costs are gonna be associated with the place?
Yeah, we have a place in mind. I've talked to a realtor. We have a rough estimate on pricing, that sort of thing.
So what would your money from the prize pool, what would it go into?
It would mostly just go into the rental.
What, you mentioned, that you were gonna make the switch from organic to artificial, products. Can you expand on that a little bit? 'Cause
Yeah.
Organic seems to be the end thing right now, so
Right.
what's the switch? Is it a different product line, or what?
It's not necessarily, it would be a secondary product line. We would still maintain the first one. The only difference is the fragrance. This first time we're launching, we're calling it the Hometown Collection. It includes what you all see there. It uses a essential therapy grade essential oils, which are very expensive. So the price would actually go down from the second line if we introduced the same basic ingredients and just changed to a different fragrance type. That also expands the availability of scents because not everything creates an essential oil.
Do you have a guaranteed contract with this wholesaler, or what did you refer to? Distributor?
But no, nothing's
Okay.
formal yet.
Okay. You just feel like that's gonna
Yeah.
happen? Okay, do you have any other questions?
I think I'm good.
I don't think we have any other questions.
Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Alison Gordon, and this is Maddie Gordon. We're here for Clinch Life Outfitters. Clinch Life Outfitters is a specialty outdoor center providing the gear, guidance, and inspiration to allow everyone to clinch life outdoors. Clinch Life Outfitters recognizes that the business of outdoor recreation is a key ingredient in strengthening our local community, contributing to a high quality of life, and most importantly, attracting and sustaining businesses and families in this region. We identified a problem worth solving. Ecotourism, which is defined as responsible travel to natural areas that conserves the environment and sustains the well-being of the local people. The Clinch River Valley is primed for the growth of ecotourism that is currently underserved by the outdoor recreation industry. In a recent study that was published by the outdoor industry, strong, steady growth of approximately 5% per year for the years between 2005 and 2011 was reported for the outdoor recreation industry. This came during an economic recession when many industries contracted. And despite the uncertainty of the economy during this period, more than 140 million Americans made outdoor recreation a priority in their daily lives. That equated to nearly $650 million that was put back into the economy as a direct result of outdoor recreation. While essential to the American economy as a whole, development of outdoor recreation opportunities is critical to the economy of the Clinch River Valley. Families have been leaving our area due to the problems with the coal industry for years. According to the most recent statistics from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the current U.S. employment rate stands about 4.8%. For the 7 counties that make up the heart of Appalachia region, including Norton, our current unemployment rate is almost double that at 7.6%. And something that's just as bothersome as that is those same 7 counties, the population has decreased during this time period by over 3%, but Virginia as a whole has increased their population by 4.1%. Clinch Life Outfitters recognizes that the business of outdoor recreation is a key ingredient in strengthening the local community and contributing to a high quality of life. We hope to provide a source of local products and services for all types and needs of outdoor recreation. Among the products that we're going to be offering, we're going to strive to utilize local products first and foremost, and local talent to as great a degree as possible. The products will include an array of fishing tackle that's tested and proven for Clinch River fishing by our chief angler, who has fished every part of the Clinch River in our area as well as all the surrounding lakes and streams. We are offering guided fishing trips including kayak fishing. Kayaks, fishing tackle, camping gear, and bicycles will be available for rent for those that are undecided as to which activity best fits what they want to do. We also recognize that one segment of our market I've named tag-alongs. Those are the people that are going to come into town with the outdoor enthusiasts that are here to bike, to camp, to fish, but they don't want to do any of those things. And if we can't convince them with the rental equipment to at least try something, we're going to be offering other things within our storefront, such as locally sourced packaged food items, local crafts such as the soap and the woodworking, and also vintage items including clothing, outdoor equipment, local memorabilia, and other items such as that. We'll also carry a line of products for those that are traveling with their dogs. We'll have outdoor articles for the dogs and treats. Another unique feature will in our storefront, we'll also have sort of a lounge. The lounge area will feature comfortable seating, a Wi-Fi connection, books, magazines, and a television, which will use to spotlight local fishing as well as the other attractions and activities in the area. I'm sorry, I'm losing my voice. I got hoarse last night and it's continuing to get worse. Our target market, outdoor enthusiasts, non-local, the outdoor enthusiasts that we already have locally, the general public, and the tag-alongs. In tracking changes in outdoor participation by activity over a 3-year period, the Outdoor Foundation found that the second largest percentage increase was in kayak fishing, which increased over 17% between last year and the current year. There were also significant increases seen in hiking, whitewater kayaking, trail running, and bicycling. That brings us to our competition. Right now we see our competition, Bass Pro Shops. We're better, we're locally owned and operated. Cabela's, we have a local location and products specific to this area. Just Fishing is a small outfitters located on Lee Highway between Abingdon and Bristol, and we offer a broader range of products and services than they do. Pathfinders in Norton right now does not advertise that they do guided fishing and kayak excursions. And of course, Walmart's a competitor for all of us, but our products are all outdoor related. Our funding utilization primarily will be acquisition of retail space, permits and licenses, inventory, insurance, marketing, and operating capital sufficient to sustain us during the critical startup phase, generally 2 years or so. And the sales channels that we'll use for our products. Primarily, we'll reach our target customers directly through the retail location, and we'll also do additional sales of products and services via the website. We're going to utilize direct marketing at local events such as Clinch River Days. We hope to offer t-shirts for potential customers that will make a donation to a nonprofit charity. We'll also have stickers, bottles of water, things such as that. We're using social media, word of mouth. We would like to co-op promotions with local businesses. And we use some old-fashioned print advertising in a newsletter and brochures, but the newsletter will also be available online. These are some quotes that we received yesterday. Our Facebook page went live yesterday afternoon. And from the time it went live until 2 o'clock today, we had hit about 150 likes. Right now, we're a little over that 150. And these came from out of state, with the exception of the one over here on the left. Revenue will be derived from the direct sales of our products and services, our major costs, inventory, debt service, physical presence, salaries. And this is us, our team, Maddie and myself, and that's a little bit of information about our qualifications. And I think I'm out of time right now.
I know it looks like she did all this, but the pictures in the background was a lot of research. Been very busy.
You ready?
Yeah, go ahead. Yes, go ahead.
So, I know on the Holston, that's a big guided river and famous people come in there. I heard Henry Winkler came in there not too long ago and did a guided tour. So there are no guides doing anything on the Clinch, or at least this section of the Clinch?
At this time, to my knowledge, to everyone that I've talked with, research that I've done, there's no one. There are some with streams in the area. There are some older generation people that will be happy to take you down and share a little bit of their information.
Nobody doing it as a business.
But at this time, not to my knowledge.
Who is the staff to do all of these guided trips? Me, myself, and I?
Me, myself, and I actually have 2 other dedicated fishermen that they currently hold part-time jobs. One He works for the state, so he kind of has more time than the other one. But, luckily, state point. Anyway, both, one has 50 years of experience fishing all of the Clinch and all of the surrounding bodies. We're not going to focus just on the Clinch River, although, it's Clinch Life. We've got Oxbow right in our backyard. We've got Hidden Valley, Bark Camp, Pine Knob, Big Tumbling. There's a ton. I mean, we just didn't go into detail on that on here, but I've got at least 2 more guides, plus myself, and a third one, I'm hoping, or fourth one will come back.
I guess my question would be, and looking at this as a somewhat seasonal business, what are your plans for the off-season?
Fishing is not seasonal, if you ask me. I traveled to South Dakota this past summer, winter, which was 60 degrees in the middle of February in South Dakota. But, ice fishing is major down there. We don't, as one of our potential customers said, we don't have to dig a hole in the ice here to ice fish. We already got it open, so why not utilize that? From a realistic standpoint, I know everybody's not going to want to get out and bundle up in 7 layers. That's why we have the lounge, we have the variety of camping, hiking, because a lot of people are going to enjoy the colder weather hiking. You don't have to deal with the snakes and the bugs. We're going to offer the gear to get you out there during that time. We're going to have the local arts, crafts, books. I can't help but read all the time when I'm not fishing. So definitely going to feature a lot of local artists in that as well.
And we hope to have enough other items to bring people in the store just as if it were a regular retail store.
Okay.
A lot of vintage items, vintage clothing items, vintage outdoor equipment, the things for the dogs, just a lot of things that we hope will bring people into the store regardless of the season.
So you would manage the store?
It will be a joint effort. And we have our third member over here. This is my other daughter, Raleigh.
We have several employees that we're planning to hire on, although she and I both have full-time jobs at this time.
But I work for the state too, so.
I own and operate an assisted living facility, so I can usually take off when I need to. And our prime hours, what we're looking at right now, would be 11 to 7. So I will be looking at, having my one full-time employee that I will need to hire. I'm going to have them there, the morning hours while I'm tending to my other business. And then I come in and work the evening.
And you might have already said this. Have you already picked out a location?
We
I'm
have
actually-
met with a location here in town. We're just waiting to finalize some things, but if that comes to pass, then it will be an excellent location.
And the money would go to helping acquire that location?
Yes.
It would, with the money, depending on how much we get, if it's first place, that would actually cover our entire rent and utilities for 1 full year.
So if I wanted to go on a fishing trip, what would it cost me?
Well, if you wanted to go tomorrow, it would cost you anything. But once we've got the doors open, we are looking at around $150 for one person. That includes your kayak, your life vest, your fishing gear, your tackle, whatever you may need. If you want to add another person, we're going to go up to $250 per person that you add after that, up to taking 4 people plus the guide. It's kind of hard once you get above that to really be with everyone, especially if we're on the water. And not all of our trips are going to be on the water. Not everyone wants to get out and paddle and try to kayak while they're trying to fish at the same time. So we'll have ground fishing as well.
Thank you.
Well, I'm excited. I think we've had 3 great presentations, and I'm very excited about opening your doors in St. Paul. And I certainly appreciate all the visitors coming out this evening. And we'll take a break and have some refreshments, and then after that, we'll have the participants come back in and we'll do a few things. I want to again thank our judges Fred Ramey and Becky Nave. I certainly appreciate you all being here.
Thank you.
We have two of our instructors with us this evening, Kathy Mays from State Farm Insurance and Carl Knobloch from SBA, who has been with us several times. And I especially want to thank Sandy Radlett for videotaping. Sandy is from BCC, and she has graciously donated her time and talents on the video cam, put us on Facebook and YouTube, and has answered lots of questions for us, and I certainly appreciate it.
You're welcome.
All right, thank you very much, and we'll take a break. First of all, do you have any questions about the procedure for next steps? Your written business plan will be due to me at the St. Paul Main Street email address by the 16th, at midnight that night. And then I will send it on to the judges. We will have the results, and we will announce the winners on June the 1st at the Railroad Museum, which is our opening event for Clinch River Days. And we will have we have the art show, and we have the orchestra there that evening, so we will announce at that time. So you won't know until then, so you all have to come and bring your peeps to see who wins the big money. And there'll be money for everybody. So nobody's going to go home empty-handed. All right, so does anybody have any questions about what you need to do on your business plan? You have the guidelines. You have a list of people that you can call for help, information. If you want to talk to Carl while he's still here, Robin, anyone else that can help you. We certainly want to take advantage of it, Sandy as well. All right, well, to finish up, I want to reward you for your perfect attendance to the classes. So, as promised, I'm going to award Nathan. Here is your reward for perfect attendance. Gary and Isaac, your reward for perfect attendance.
Thank you.
And Nelson and Maddie, your reward for perfect attendance. Okay. That might pay utilities for a month. All right. So if there's nothing else that we need to do for the participants, once again, thank you for being in our challenge. I think we did a pretty good job for the first time. And I hope that we can have some more contests in a little different variety for existing businesses as well as startups. And if you have any need that maybe I can help you with, especially since you'll be on Main Street, I believe. You already are. I think you're going to be, if I understand. And we're not sure about you yet, are we? Okay. So, thank you very much. And I look forward to seeing your written business plan. And thank you, and good evening.